Guys, we're working on the new studio, okay? It's not going to be this camera forever. Just give us time, all right? COVID-19, man. COVID-19. Okay, you go ahead.
Speaking of... Next to Mandarin Chinese! English is the most widely used language in the world.
Nice.
Spanish is the second most widely spoken, but English is the second most widely used as a combination of oral and written communication.
Combo.
English, in its various forms, is the main language used in over 80 countries around the globe, including Australia, Ireland, the UK, and Jamaica. But the American version of English is a different animal altogether.
Rawr.
Just like that. Most of what Americans call English is a mix of words, phrases, and terms that have been accepted due to the fact that this country was built by immigrants. Each group that came here brought with them their unique languages that wove words into a beautiful tapestry of sounds and expressions that helped give us our identity.
Nice.
And that sucks.
Not so nice.
Because trying to communicate properly using our English language can be a real pain. Many people around the world know at least conversational English. It's taught in schools all over the world, and the popularity of American movies, music, and television shows give most people enough exposure that they're able to at least understand some English.
Cool.
But learning the language is tough because it doesn't make any sense. Watch the news or television reality shows.
The Bachelor.
Sure. And you can see daily examples of how people who were born in the US have no idea how the English language works. English is just a mess. So,
Theme song. I'm also Tristan with OkayThankYou.
I was going to say, so here are some reasons why the English language, whatever, we got it.
And this is Mike with OkayThankYou.
You can cut after theme song. We'll figure it
No,
out.
I love this. This is great. And here are reasons that the English language actually sucks.
Now theme song?
Now theme song. Some rules are really more like guidelines.
They're more like guidelines.
That isn't the American way. Most rules of the English language come with exceptions that make that rule not a rule at all. Look at I before E except after C. It's one of the first rules that teachers give to students. But it isn't a rule at all.
Nope.
It actually has more to do with the sound the letters make when they're together. If the word is rain, vein, or way, I'm sure future Tristan put this all on screen.
God, I hope so.
It's fine, I'm sure. The letters make the A sound. Therefore, you switch them from IE to EI. But you don't use an actual A to make the A sound. The two letters together make the long A sound in the word wait. It would then make sense if you changed the W to an H. You would have the word hate, but you don't.
Nope.
By changing the first letter, the E and the I now make the long I sound, and the word is height. God.
I love our language.
So, why can't we use an A in words like veiny or fain or air? Why do we even need an E in either or feisty? For that matter, why do we use an I in heifer?
Heifer.
Heifer? And protein at all? Good question. I suggested this list, and now I'm realizing I was right to do so. The English language sucks.
It's very difficult for... Yeah.
God.
The words make no sense. How can something suck and blow at the same time?
Wow.
I don't know, but English does. So many things we say make no sense at all. If you were trying to explain uses of various words to a new student of the language, how would you explain to them that when someone looks at something and says, man, that is bad, they actually mean it's something really good? And how would you reply to any of the following in a way that doesn't sound illogical and borderline stupid? Why can I be on a plane, but in a car? Wouldn't I feel much safer if I could be in a plane? Why do I drive on a parkway but park in my driveway? Why do I have fingertips on my fingers but no toe tips on my toes? Yet I can stand on my tiptoes. Why do we describe something that's easy as being a piece of cake when a cake is complicated to make? Eggplant has nothing to do with eggs, and a pineapple has nothing to do with apples, nor does it grow on a pine tree. Why is quicksand something that works very slowly? When we hit the slopes, we ski. When we hit the bed, we sleep. When we hit the books, we study. When we hit the drive-thru, we order food. But why is it that not once in any of those things do we actually hit anything? Why do we have a pair of pants when it's just one item of clothing? We don't wear a pair of shirts. And why is pro the opposite of con, but progress isn't the opposite of Congress? Wait. Never mind. That one does actually make sense.
Oh, haha. That actually hurt my head. God, this country's great. Tenses make me tense. Did you get a little uncomfortable there? Because I got uncomfortable saying it.
Little past tense?
Yeah. She runs. It's a simple sentence with a simple meaning. But English can't be simple, so we have to screw it up with tenses. As is, the sentence works in the present tense. I say present. But we also...
Ugh! Are you kidding me?
No, no.
You say present tense?
I say presentation.
That's fine.
Okay.
God, it's still presentation. Presentation's the thing. Ew.
We'll argue about this later. Where was I?
I don't... Number 8.
Great. So, the sentence works in the present tense. But we also have past and future tenses, which changes the sentence to she ran and she will run, respectively. That's nice of her. Is that enough for this language? No. Past progressive tense says she was running. Present progressive makes it she is running. And future progressive makes it become she will be running. Confused yet?
No.
I kind of am. Well then, let's try past perfect simple tense. I don't even remember learning this in school. And say, she had run 5 miles yesterday. Or future perfect simple and make it, she will have run 25 miles by Saturday. That used to be an inside joke. Of course, there's also present perfect simple tense, which would say, she has run 10 miles so far. This is what we get for having an English teacher write this. But that's not all, my friends, or acquaintances. No. We still have past perfect progressive, present perfect progressive, future progressive. Then there is past, present, and future continuous, and past, present, and future perfect continuous. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands here. It just goes on and on and on, and I think I'm about to have an anxiety attack. Wow.
What do
I actually do have anxiety attacks. That one worked out.
Yeah.
I have anxiety attacks all the time. I use CBD cookies.
And you're going to have them in the future.
Down.
Silent letters should also be invisible letters.
Sounds like math.
Yes, sometimes silent letters serve a purpose. They help us determine what sound other letters in a word should have. But do we need a silent B in lamb or numb? What about a silent C in muscle or scissors? A silent W in wrestle or wrinkle seems pointless, as does a silent G in design or gnat. And really, what is the point of a silent G and H in words like night, fight, or through? I will leave you with this. The word queue, as in a waiting line, is pronounced as the name of the first letter and is followed by 4 silent letters.
Screw Q. Homonyms, homophones, and homographs. Gonna get homophobia soon. Homonyms are words that sound the same but have different meanings. Homophones are words that sound alike but have different spellings and meanings. And then there are homographs, which are words with the same spelling but completely different meanings. I remember these in 4th grade, I think, and then it never came up again. Because of course they are! Confused yet? How do we know which meaning or pronunciation to use? I don't know! We're just supposed to remember, I guess!
Yeah?
Getting a little passionate here. It should be simple enough to figure out the 2 words are in the same sentence, like, he left the room and turned left. Cool. Or, he thought turning right was the right thing to do. but apparently he was supposed to go left. Ha! How about this one? She wound the bandage around the wound. A simple tip for which the word is correct is knowing how it's used. Many homonyms difference come from whether the word is a noun or a verb. If the word is showing actions, it is different than if it is the subject. If you're using a homophone, you could have used a sentence like, he ate dinner at 8, and I can hear the band is here. I don't know why I find that so funny. Even though they sound alike, it's easy to tell the difference in the words. But if you want to see how few people know how to use homophones, ask them to write the sentence, they're going to their car parked over there. Or get them to correctly write, no one could know who won because the two of them were too stubborn to tell the truth. Yes, English can suck. But it also can be used to frustrate your friends to no end. It's and it's. That one, took me a long time to get in.
It is, and then possessive?
Yeah,
it's suddenly possessive, but it doesn't have an apostrophe, even though
yes.
Every other possessive thing does?
Yes, it wasn't until, I think 10th grade that I finally mastered that.
That one's weird, too. Hey, you know that thing we've been teaching you to do with possessive? Yeah, not this one time.
I before E, except after comma.
Dang all that slang. If you were trying to understand English so you could have a conversation with the native speaker, you could really be in trouble. So much of the English language is made up of slang words and phrases that have become accepted and normal, it could give those unfamiliar headaches and frustration. Slang is defined as words or phrases that have societal meanings far different from their literal meanings. And slang is ever-changing. What was normal and in to say this month may be outdated or whack to use now. See what I did there?
No.
Whack? If something was really fun and enjoyable, you might use the word lit. A while back, it may have been bitchin' or dope. I kind of like bitchin' to come back, though. That one was fun. But even lit is giving way to fire, because that's what happens after something is lit, I guess.
That's not too lit.
What was once talk to the hand has become bye Felicia, and drama queens are now just so extra. But slang is nothing new. In the 1950s, something people today would say is fire would have been called DAP.
Here we go.
Deadass perfect. When 2020 started, people became very into things from the 1920s. In those 20s, things that are lit today were the cat's pajamas. In the 1990s, people didn't talk with the transatlantic accent. People would diss someone. Today, dissing someone is just throwing shade. Slang is a double-edged sword. It can be fun to use because it's the language of your generation. But someday, a few years down the road, people who are young and cool are going to say one of those terms and their kids are going to tell them, "Oh my God, you're so embarrassing. Why are you so lame?"
Hey, tell me that now.
And it will suck.
You know, I wish we could throw shade at each other here in Florida, 'cause it's so hot.
You know, Gainesville is like the land of the trees, so we have a ton of shade, so your joke kind of falls flat.
Well, Florida's flat. Also, apparently in Hispanic countries, I was told by my Spanish tutor that they say things like, "Oh, that is so cat," or "Hey, she's so cat." I also failed Spanish, though, so I don't know if that's true. A sentence can have different meanings even though all the words stay the same. Here is a simple sentence. I didn't say he stole that car. Seems easy enough to understand, but the true meaning could change based on how it's spoken.
Yeah.
As written, the most basic meaning could be the writer didn't say the subject of the sentence. He stole a car, but it's not that simple. We're gonna get some examples now.
Oh, we are. I kind of wish I had this one.
I thought this said cat instead of car.
You know what? You can change it to cat.
Okay, but then I'm gonna get sad. Whatever.
I didn't say he stole the car.
I wasn't the person who said he stole it, but someone else did.
I didn't say he stole the car.
You must be lying, because I never said he stole the car.
I didn't say he stole the car.
I may have implied he stole that car, but I never actually said it.
I didn't say he stole that car.
I didn't say it was he that stole it. I just stated it had been stolen.
I didn't say he stole the car. That was my favorite.
Maybe he just borrowed it.
I didn't say he stole that car.
Oh, he stole the car. But it's a different car, not that particular one.
I didn't say he stole that car.
The car may be his, but those tires and that stereo and maybe even the stuff in the trunk is definitely stolen. That was fun. Oh, I know, but my brain doesn't hurt. It's having a good time.
Good.
The script says that my brain hurts, but I'm just having fun.
Plurals are stupid.
Well,
Plurals should be very easy. It's simply more than one of the same thing, right? That should make it simple to figure out. So if the plural of box is boxes, and the plural of fox is foxes, the plural of ox would be oxes. But no, it's oxen.
wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
The plural of house is houses, but more than one mouse isn't mouses. It's mice.
Jeez.
Why isn't more than one house called heis? If more than one man is called men, why is more than one pan not pen? The plural of sheep is sheep, fish is fish, and moose is moose. But the plural of goose is geese. Why? Well, because English sucks and doesn't make sense sometimes.
Okay, now my brain actually does hurt. I have a headache. Figurative language.
You excited for this one?
I'm kind of excited. Similes are similar to metaphors, but are as different as night and day. Hyperboles can drown a sentence in crashing waves of overstatement. Oh, this is fun. Oxymorons have nothing to do with breathing or idiots, but are awfully great when used correctly. But while using this language isn't great, learning how to use it correctly can suck. I mean, isn't it dangerous to bite the bullet? Mm-hmm. How do you explain to someone how a person can be pretty ugly? What exactly is an original copy? If something is an open secret, then it isn't really a secret at all, right? Only in the English language does it make sense that time flies when it has no wings. Like a bee. A bee should not be able to fly. An unforeseen bill can take a really big bite out of your wallet, but the bill has no teeth, so how can it bite anything? How do you explain to someone that when you checked on a friend, they were found missing? I mean, which is it? Was she found or was she missing? It's easy to see how that could be clearly misunderstood. I'd like to say that figurative language is seriously funny, but really, it's all laughably serious. For now, we should just understand that it's all oddly normal, act naturally, and move on. There's a good quote from the show Danny Phantom.
Oh, God.
Where they say, you know, speaking of oxymoron, how's your dad?
Aww. Rhymes are confusing. Poetry can be beautiful. Even if you hate poetry, which many people say they do, you likely sing along to songs that have lyrics. And since lyrics are just poetry, you actually do like it. Like everything else in English, writing good poetry is hard. At least the rhyming part of poetry should be simple. But when words that are spelled the same don't sound the same, it makes rhyming an issue too. Baked and naked should be able to make quite a funny limerick. But no, I'm confused as to why baffle and waffle don't sound alike. Or how about this one? My friend Megan began to be a vegan. While working in her garden, she thought she could hear a bear. She broke into a great sweat as she beat it for her house. She certainly didn't want to shed blood for her good food.
I'm a little horrified by baked and naked.
Look at all those words that are spelled with mostly the same letters and not one rhyme. Through doesn't rhyme with rough or dough. At rhymes with hat, but doesn't rhyme with what, and neither rhyme with swat. Few and so, flea and idea, how and low, none of them rhyme. But said and dead, plaid and sad, and through, blue and shoe, yeah, those rhyme. That's it. We're done. English just absolutely sucks.
Thank you.
Except there are no absolutes, and a language has no mechanisms to actually create suction, so does it really suck?
Yes.
Just forget it. Yes, it sucks. Let's just end this. So, what's your least favorite part about your native language? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answers to us at OkayThankYou. Don't forget to support us on Patreon for okay-ish rewards, and check out all of our other social media links in the description below. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.